Depression is often misunderstood as simply feeling sad or finding life meaningless. However, this complex mental health condition affects millions worldwide and goes beyond just emotional struggles. It infiltrates a person's thinking patterns, behavior, physical health, and relationships. Understanding depression requires looking at its various manifestations, causes, and potential treatment options. This article delves into 7 essential facts about depression to help demystify the condition, drawing from scientific research, practical advice, and real-life examples to offer deeper insights. We'll explore how depression affects goal setting, memory, and even the perception of reality, and how treatments like mindfulness can offer some relief. Let's begin by understanding how abstract thinking is a common hallmark of depression and move toward a deeper understanding of how to manage this pervasive mental health issue. 1. Depression blurs goal setting. Depression not only causes feelings of sadness, but also affects how individuals approach their life goals. People with depression often engage in overgeneralized and abstract thinking, which leads to poorly defined goals. This was demonstrated in a study by Dickinson, 2013, which highlighted that those suffering from depression tend to frame their ambitions vaguely, such as saying, "I want to be happy." However, such goals provide no clear pathway to action or results. Conversely, non-depressed individuals are more likely to set concrete, actionable goals like, "I will call my family every Sunday," making their objectives easier to achieve. This specificity allows for better follow-through and a sense of accomplishment, which can combat feelings of helplessness and low self-esteem often associated with depression. Practical advice. One way to combat this aspect of depression is to focus on setting SMART goals: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. For example, instead of aiming to become healthier, you could start with, "I will take a 20-minute walk every day this week." Small, specific goals can gradually build momentum and a sense of accomplishment. 2. The cycle of rumination. One of the defining symptoms of depression is rumination, or the tendency to dwell on negative thoughts and experiences repeatedly. It's more than just being stuck in a negative mindset. It involves compulsive overthinking that worsens the condition. People with depression often find themselves fixating on past failures, perceived inadequacies, or future anxieties. This creates a vicious cycle where negative thoughts feed into deeper feelings of despair. What's unfortunate is that simply telling someone to stop thinking about it is ineffective. Depression affects a person's ability to control their focus and attention. This is where practices like mindfulness can be beneficial. According to a meta-analysis by Hoffman et al., 2010, mindfulness-based therapy has shown promise in treating depressive symptoms. Mindfulness teaches individuals to focus on the present, reducing the tendency to dwell on past regrets or future worries. Practical advice. Start by engaging in mindful practices like deep breathing or guided meditation. Even dedicating a few minutes daily to these exercises can help individuals step back from rumination and cultivate a more balanced perspective. 3. Teaching mindfulness to children. Depression often has its roots in childhood or adolescence, making early intervention crucial. Teaching mindfulness to children in schools has been shown to reduce the likelihood of developing depression later in life. A study conducted by Reyes et al., 2013, demonstrated that children who learned mindfulness techniques were better equipped to handle stress and emotional challenges. Mindfulness helps children develop emotional regulation skills, enabling them to manage stress and avoid the downward spiral into depressive thinking. By learning to control their attention and live in the present moment, children gain a powerful tool for maintaining mental well-being throughout their lives. Practical advice. Introducing simple mindfulness exercises, such as breathing techniques or visualizations, can be highly effective. Schools and parents should consider implementing these practices as part of a broader emotional health curriculum. For depression clouds memory. Depression doesn't just affect mood and thoughts, it also impacts cognitive functions, including memory. Studies show that those suffering from depression experience deficits in autobiographical memory, making it harder to recall specific events, names, or places. Porter et al., 2003. The loss of specificity in memory is linked to the same cognitive biases that drive overgeneralized thinking. Depression hampers the brain's ability to distinguish between similar experiences, as highlighted by research from Shelton and Kerwin, 2013. This cognitive blurring can also extend to spatial memory and other forms of memory, reducing the brain's overall ability to function efficiently. Practical advice. Memory exercises, journaling, or cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, can help individuals strengthen their recall abilities by promoting more structured thinking. Writing down experiences can also help bridge memory gaps, offering concrete references for individuals to revisit. 5. Difficulty remembering positive experiences. In line with memory impairment, depression makes it especially challenging for sufferers to remember positive experiences. The inability to recall happy memories can further entrench feelings of hopelessness and sadness. A helpful technique for countering this is creating an emotional memory palace, a mental space filled with happy memories that can be revisited in tough times. This method is a form of cognitive training designed to combat the brain's natural negativity bias, which is amplified in those with depression. Practical advice. Encourage those with depression to start keeping a gratitude journal. Writing down one positive experience every day can help reinforce happy memories and make them more accessible during difficult times. 6. Depressive realism, a more accurate view of the world. While most people tend to view their abilities and future prospects with an optimistic bias, some studies suggest that people with depression have a more realistic view of the world. This theory, known as depressive realism, posits that those with depression assess their abilities and future outcomes more accurately than their non-depressed counterparts. While this may seem like a positive attribute, it comes at the cost of increased pessimism and despair. Non-depressed people tend to overestimate their successes and capabilities, which can foster resilience and motivation, qualities that those with depression may lack due to their more grounded but negative worldview. Practical advice. It's important to balance realism with optimism. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, is an effective treatment that can help individuals develop a more positive outlook without losing touch with reality. 7. Thought patterns can be changed. Finally, while depression is often triggered by significant life events, it's also heavily influenced by how a person thinks about and reacts to those events. People who respond emotionally to relatively minor stressors are more prone to depressive symptoms later on, as demonstrated by long-term research tracking emotional responses. Kinderman et al., 2013. This study also supports the idea that while genetic and environmental factors are important, thought patterns are critical in determining whether someone becomes depressed. According to Professor Peter Kinderman, changing how people think about their problems can significantly reduce depressive symptoms. Practical advice. Therapies like CBT and positive coping strategies can help individuals reframe how they think about stress and challenges, leading to better emotional regulation and lower levels of depression. Depression is a multifaceted condition that affects every aspect of a person's life, from goal setting to memory and even perception of reality. However, by understanding the cognitive patterns that contribute to depression, individuals and their caregivers can adopt strategies to combat its debilitating effects. Techniques such as mindfulness, goal setting, memory exercises, and cognitive behavioral therapy can offer relief and improve quality of life. The key takeaway is that while depression is a serious mental health condition, it is manageable with the right tools, support, and understanding. Awareness of these 7 facts offers a roadmap for both prevention and treatment, helping individuals lead healthier and more fulfilled lives.